Welcome to the Chinese restaurant chain that is farming Michelin stars. And the food, well, it's really freaking good.
This is sweet potato. Can you imagine a sweet potato needing reservation ahead of time?
Honestly, no. Coming up in today's food adventure, I'm going behind the scenes to see what it takes to run one of China's most celebrated restaurant groups. From a 2 a.m. trip to the seafood market, to seeing that very seafood transformed into a fine dining feast just hours later, plus one of the most unexpected and incredible food experiences of my life that left me quite literally lost for words. I have no words. Stay tuned. Hello, and welcome to another Chinese food adventure. The restaurant you see behind me here is called Xin Rong Ji. They've got around 20 locations around China. It's actually got a combined total of 12 Michelin stars, including one restaurant in Beijing that actually has 3 stars. But what makes it so star-worthy? Well, a lot of the answer lies in its hometown. I'm here in Taizhou, where I've been exploring with Shan. We're here on this coastal city. It's in Zhejiang province with access to some of what I understand to be the best of the best seafood you can find in China. And in the last few days, the seafood has been knocking my socks off. I mean, we had this bowl of seafood noodles yesterday. I don't think I've seen so many different kinds of seafood together in one place at one time. It does not get better than that. But you told me, in fact, it does right here at Xin Rong Ji.
Yes, if you want to look for the best of seafood, you come over to this restaurant chain.
So that's where we're about to eat dinner tonight. But before we see what ends up on the plate, let's see how it got there. For that, I need to take you back to 2 a.m. this very morning. Yeah, definitely one of the more hectic wake-up calls. It's, 2:21 and we are starting the day. We're going to the seafood market. How are you feeling?
I have no idea. My brain is not braining right now.
Same. It's also one of the more exciting filming opportunities that I've had. It's really interesting what we're going to be doing this morning, so I hope I can put a brain cell together.
Yeah.
To actually conduct a semi-decent interview. As for who I'll be interviewing, meet Yuan. He's Xin Rong Ji's executive seafood purchaser, but that's not where his story began. Back when Xin Rong Ji was little more than a roadside 大排档, Yuan was one of the chefs working in the kitchen.
过来看一下这里有没有什么好的东西写一点。现在还没有那个商家还没来，早点来好挑一点。
As they say, first come, first served. First vendor has arrived. They're exchanging a cigarette. Then it's time to inspect the goods, and yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. 你觉得看起来好吃吗？还是
这个新鲜比较好。
你怎么知道？
第一就看颜色，那个鱼的颜色、眼睛啊，鱼的本身的那个硬度啊。 If
he sees something he really likes, he'll get it straight away. But more often, he's just jumping from stall to stall looking for those hidden gems.
像这种它有滤光了，比较新鲜。
Slowly but surely, more and more people are arriving. Along with more buyers, what you're seeing here is a gathering of restaurant owners, all here for the same reason as Yuan, to secure the best and freshest catch of the day before it ends up on someone else's dinner table. I think the most challenging part of this market is just trying to find Yuan. He's always here and there. He's got his finger on the pulse, he knows where that. Wow, look at this fish. Looks like we're wrapping up here. It's 3:13. Very quick process. 卖完了吗？你满意吗？
可以。
今天因为风大就没那么多鱼是吧？
对。
But Yuan's as cool as a cucumber. I couldn't really understand why. We hardly bought anything at the market, but I've since learned he's just one in a very large team of seafood buyers who are all out scouring dozens of markets and docks across Taizhou for the best seafood of the day before all converging here at the Xin Rong Ji seafood warehouse. Since we're the first to arrive this morning, that leaves us with a bit of time to kill, so a cup of tea with the boss at 4 a.m. I think it's the earliest I've ever drunk tea. Now that I've got some caffeine in me, it looks like my interview brain has gone from completely offline to partially functional, so let's do this. 就想了解一下，你买过最贵的海鲜是哪一个？
大黄鱼5、6万一条。
为什么这么贵？
稀缺。
如果有人碰到这么大的大黄鱼，会给你打个电话说，哎，老板，我们有一个大黄鱼。
对。
然后你就跑到那边去买，是吧？
不用，现在很多都微信。 他在海上就直接微信过来。
我感觉现在就比较方便一些，比如说你刚才不是说有高铁，可以从这儿到各个地方到北京，然后就
当天早上的活的海鲜在海里，晚上就到北京了。
我真的没想到，就新荣记各个地方的海鲜还是从台州来的。
对。
你现在基本上忙完了以后会去哪家店吃？
我还喜欢我的食堂。
他的食堂在哪儿？就这儿，就在下面会做菜吗？
对，就他自己做，他自己吃。
我们有中餐。
It's a little after 4 a.m. and the first trucks are arriving with their seafood. So one of the first things you'll notice when you come inside this warehouse is you've got all of these signs, red, blue. These are all of their locations around China.
Yeah.
So basically they unpack the seafood and then it's distributed underneath the signage.
Yeah.
And then the next step is it gets transported the very same day.
Yeah.
So within 24 hours of that fish being caught in the ocean, it's ready to be eaten at one of the locations. And one of the main ways that it's actually transported is by gaotie, by bullet train. This is the train that the seafood will be taking to Beijing, arriving at 2:30. 然后这个就说明今天晚上可以吃。But it's expensive train.
Yeah, well, for human.
How much is it for seafood?
I have no idea. They have arrangement.
I feel like this is only going to enhance our experience actually eating at this restaurant tonight, seeing all of the logistics that go into.
Yeah, and then you are eating the fresh cut of the day.
Yeah, and the quality gate involved.
Yeah.
I mean, he is meticulous. Not only meticulous, but very hands-on too. As the big boss, I honestly didn't expect him to be this involved in the day-to-day operation, but watching him work, it's obvious this isn't just a business to him. It's something he genuinely cares about. And here's the Da Huang Yu, the extremely expensive wild yellow croaker Ayuan was talking about earlier. Yes, these might be on the smaller side, but don't let that fool you. They still have a market price of around 2,200 renminbi or $310 US for half a kilo. 你现在在做什么？就挑
一点，我们等下吃。
哦，我们马上就吃这个吗？
等一下。
So funny. I was like, whoa, which location is this going to?
Our mouth.
I guess we're about to eat here in the warehouse.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you?
I have no idea. Yeah, we're having exclusive access to like employee meals at the warehouse where the fish just got arrived.
This is so
What a
freaking
treat.
cool. I know that we're having Xin Rong Ji tonight. We're having the top stuff.
Yes.
Top restaurant.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's weird that I'm actually more excited for this meal right now because this is a pinch myself moment.
Yeah.
We are in the kitchen of the warehouse. This is exclusive. Money cannot buy this experience. And you know what else money can't buy? One of the founding chefs of Xin Rong Ji and the head executive purchaser for its China-based and worldwide seafood is just casually cooking for us. I have no words. What's really cool is earlier when we were having tea with him, I asked him what dish could I eat to represent Taizhou and to most understand what Taizhou cuisine is all about. And he's actually cooking that dish for us now. It's called jiashao, which literally means home cooked. It's not a specific dish, but a way of cooking. Instead of relying on heavy sauces or lots of spices, chefs use simple ingredients and general braising techniques to bring out the natural flavor of the seafood. Yeah, and this isn't your typical worker meal. So what they actually got in this wok right here, this is the Yeshang Da Huang Yu, which is one of the pricier, just worker meal, casually. This is the best you can get.
Oh my god.
Wow, 这口感太绝了. You can see Shan over here, she's like deceased. She's like...
Guys, this is 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm having like a wild caught yellow croaker, like one of the most expensive fish in China. This is crazy. I'm like, my brain is not functioning.
Yeah, something is, CPU 跟不上. What's the reason why this Da Huang Yu is so rare and so expensive?
First, you have tasted it. It tastes delicious. Yeah. So it's so creamy, so a lot of people naturally like it because it belongs to a specific variety where it has a stone in their head. This is the stone they're talking about.
So we just recovered one from the head.
And then in the 80s, they discovered a way of like a 共鸣 or like do something with the stones so that they can all come to the ship. And then they just massively harvest the Da Huang Yu, and then it's just like a decline with population.
It made it easy to catch.
Yeah, and decline with population.
驾手这个味道是为了
更加本味。
哇，你经常会吃大黄鱼吗？
哦，
应该会。这个很大，然后就直接吃是吧？
对，把那个外面的衣服。来。
谢谢。
我帮你。
This is like the top-notch quality.
它特别甜。
哇。
对，甜味特别足。
鲜美。
对。
甜。
来。
But that's not all. We've also got this here called bai shao, or white cooked, which takes this ingredient first philosophy one step further and eliminates any soy sauce altogether, letting the sweetness of the seafood really take center stage.
It's almost like for them, the best of flavor comes with less of a seasoning. Like the less seasoning it is,
The better.
Yeah, the better.
I mean, for example, these clams are simply steamed. And yeah, the taste is absolutely fantastic. This one is crazy. This is the fish we were seeing them preparing, the one that's super, super shiny and extremely fresh. And the texture is just...
The sign of a good top quality fish is that there is absolutely, you cannot even smell the sea. It has never gone through any freezer, any fridge. It comes directly from the sea.
And it's been vetted by this guy.
Yeah.
So, I've been told this here is one of Xin Rong Ji's most famous specialties. It's their rice cake, or niangao. And what makes this one here so incredibly special is just how fresh it is. We saw it arrive at the warehouse not 20 minutes ago, still warm from production. And now less than 30 minutes later, it's here on our plate. And just check out that texture. I don't think I even need the sugar to enjoy this niangao. It's just it's soft as a pillow. It's not super chewy. It's like a memory foam.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of hongtang on the outside, just a little bit of sweetness. Apparently you can also dip it into your sauce as well. I love this idea because this sauce is so sensational in here. It's so good. So this is like, it's so fun. It's like rice. You just soak it up on your niangao. Oh my God. I don't know how dinner can beat this, but we're gonna try. So join us for a few hours from now.
Yeah.
Actually, quite a few hours from now. It's
Yeah.
now, what's the time now?
It's
As we eat this feast, it's 5:54 a.m. The sun is rising over the horizon. At 7 p.m. we have our reservation at Xin Rong Ji. Hello, welcome back. We haven't entered the restaurant yet. I am so excited. It's finally time for dinner. And after seeing that incredible experience at the market and seeing how the seafood is chosen and sorted and sent all around China in the gold tier, I feel like the seafood's gonna be even more delicious knowing all the work that goes in behind the scenes. So, shall we?
yes, let's go. I can't wait.
I'm a bit nervous. It's so fancy. I'm not used to fine dining. I'm more of a 10 renminbi street noodles kind of girl. So this is outside of my comfort zone.
Let's
but
go.
It'll be something new. We are actually entering the restaurant now.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, so you should also know that Xin Rong Ji is very famous for its service, and you have been very nice.
Thank you.
Look at this flower.
Flowers.
是真的吗?
Yes. Really flowers. You can smell it.
Yeah.
Like yours. Beautiful.
Thank you. Well, it's been a lovely experience so far. We've been welcomed in by a very lovely man. Something interesting I learned about this restaurant when we were walking here is they don't accept walk-ins. You must have a reservation. They only confirm the menu with you the night before or two nights before, because the nature of seafood, you've got high season, you've got low season, you've got different seasons. And you were telling me that some of your foodie friends come to Xin Rong Ji every season to experience different kinds of seafood.
And then the Taizhou location is kind of less expensive than the Beijing or the Shanghai.
Really?
Yeah, because Beijing, Shanghai, considering the rent and considering that the Michelin star has his Michelin star guide has not yet entered Taizhou, so this is the most cost-effective kind of option.
Although, since filming this video, Taizhou has entered the Michelin Guide chat and this restaurant here has earned 1 star. So how much is the menu that we went for?
Put in context, this is a fine dining experience.
But you do have 3 tiers of price and quality you can go for.
One is around like 400 maybe, the other is around 600, and we're going to...
来都来.
We're flashing out.
We're going for the 900 one.
Yeah.
Not sponsored, we are paying for this ourselves.
Yeah.
But bet you believe I appreciated all those little luxurious touches. What's in here? Look at this, napkins.
And
and toothpicks. The first thing to arrive on our table is fruit. It sounds simple, but you were telling me that this is actually very special because it sets the scene for this experience. It's all about quality.
Always seasonal and always top-notch quality.
I mean, look at this mango.
But then you need to be strategic because mango is really sweet. I'm going to the this first.
Along with the mango, we've also got some pomelo too.
what
Perfect
it
balance
tastes
of tart and sweetness.
Yeah, it's what it's supposed to taste like.
Very good pomelo. No feedback. Mango?
Vámonos.
Is this a mango fork?
Yeah.
Guys, so fancy. I feel like the girl from My Fair Lady, and she's got all the forks and she's like, what do I use? Except in this case, I have 2 pairs of chopsticks and a very interesting fork.
And I just use my hands.
Oh my God. Whoa. Got to be the best mango I've ever had.
What is going on with this mango?
The texture of it, it's like
Yeah.
It's almost gluten. It's like so soft. It's not fibrous at all.
Yeah.
It's perfectly sweet. It's setting the scene for this experience.
Yeah.
Like finding beauty in the simple and the highest possible quality. A trend that definitely continued into our appetizers. You should know that while I've been taking B-roll of all these dishes, Shan has been like literally jumping out of her skin with excitement because I think this is the dish you told me you're most excited for.
This one, I dream about this.
What is it?
The name is very simple. This is 炸带鱼.
So it's basically just deep fried fish. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not lying to you. This is the best I've ever had.
I've never had deep fried consistency quite like that because it's not quite crunchy. It's almost not flaky. It's like it crumbles. I don't know if you can hear that, but not a crunch. It's not a crumble. It's not flaky. It's not crispy. It's something like all of them together. I'm already satisfied. We've had some fruit and a bit of fried fish, but this is already worth the price of admission. You know what's cool? We saw that fish this morning. Like literally, that fish we saw.
Yeah.
And we know how fresh it is. Next up, it's crab marinated in aged yellow wine. So how does one eat crab at fine dining?
Oh, they did give us
in the most beautiful bag.
Yeah.
So it's very normal in China to, when you're having finger food, to get some gloves, but I've never had one presented in a beautifully embossed envelope with Xin Rong Ji on the front.
And a different biodegradable texture.
Oh, they've made this so easy for me. I'm not the best at opening crabs, and as a result, I tend to miss a lot of the meat, but they've already kind of like opened it in advance for me. How's the meat? Yeah, you're happy.
The wine, the flavor that really got soaked in.
It's so marinated, the crab meat itself, it's almost like eating pate or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And I mean, that's how you know it's good. When it's got more yellow than crab meat, it's just umami goodness. The waitress came over and she was like, are you having some trouble opening it? And I was like, yeah, to be honest, actually, yes, I'm not the best at opening it. And she was like, can I help you with that? And so she's gonna open it for me. My crab has just arrived. I wish I could ask for this at every restaurant. They've basically scooped out all of the edible meat, put it all together, and they've also given me a spoon. So I can just eat it. This is the crab experience I've always dreamed of, but has never really materialized until right now. I would like to call this the Humpty Dumpty technique. It's just all of the meat from all of the claws, all of everything, and put back together again.
Oh, wow. This is.
Shan is having a moment. Okay, what is it about this sweet potato that is making you combust?
Imagine that this sweet potato, it's a limited quantity. You have to reserve this 2 days ahead of time.
Why? What's so special about it?
Eat this. Can you imagine a sweet potato needing reservation ahead of time?
Honestly, no. But I feel like I've waited my life for this moment. You know my nickname back when I was studying at Tsinghua? Sweet potato bitch. Because I ate so much sweet potato. Because I was like allergic to everything, and it's also why I love food so much. Because for like 2 years, I couldn't eat dairy, gluten, most vegetables, soy.
Look how far you've come.
And now I was like, when I can eat again, I'm gonna eat everything.
Yeah.
But for that year, I consisted on mostly sweet potato. My skin started turning orange. No, seriously, it was like quite a thing. So this will be the fanciest sweet potato I have eaten in my existence, and I have never been more ready for this moment. I mean, there is something a bit funny about coming to fine dining and they serve you a sweet potato on a plate. Let's see if the hype is real. Oh, it's so... It's really sweet. I don't know if that's coming from the honey or just the potato itself.
But the texture.
Look at this. Just hold your chopsticks together and it just falls apart.
Yeah. What's special about this sweet potato is that there is no fiber. Like there is absolutely no taste of fiber at all. And every single bite of the honey is like cut through the core. So the reason this one is to 2 or 3 days ahead of time is because it needs to sit in marinade. Like
so it's been marinating in honey for 2 days.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Today we will share your different seafood.
This is actually a collection of the seafood that we'll be seeing in our main dishes tonight.
我们的大圆贝，还有鲳鱼、黄鱼以及带鱼。
Our first main of the evening features da huang yu, that very expensive wild yellow croaker we tried at the warehouse earlier today, featured in a soup that they're actually preparing for us right at our table.
Basically, it's a broth made with yellow croaker's bone, and then plus a little bit of like a rice porridge. so that it adds a little bit thickness. And then we have the wild caught yellow croaker.
You know what's really funny is that the amount of wild yellow croaker they put into this, it's like
Tiny.
this much. And this morning with Ayuan, we had the whole fish. I just can't believe.
And then for a lot of people coming over here, this is already the star. Yeah, because yellow croaker are expensive.
Yeah, it's hitting me how special that was.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, it's a bit peppery.
I'm gonna say that word again, umami.
Umami. Yeah, you can't come to Taichung without like living, breathing, sleeping umami. It's also just like a nice warming refresh.
Yeah.
And then head
a
us into our
reset.
next dish. We have this beautiful, what is this? Is this pigeon?
Yes.
It's so small.
It says it's only like 13 days old. I'm sorry.
For me, the hallmarks of a good pigeon are crispy skin, really juicy and tender flesh. Drumstick. Yep. Crispy skin, check. Full of juice, check. And tender flesh, big check. Check, check, check. Look at that. Look at this. After our very flavorful, rich pigeon, we were gifted a little pickle palate cleanser. Oh my god. So it's basically cauliflower without the flour. They've taken off the top bit.
Yeah.
And it's crunchy.
Yeah.
And it's pickled.
Oh, it has a little kick. It doesn't look like it has kick, but it has a kick.
That is so up my alley.
Cauliflower stems are so underrated.
Yeah, they're very much overshadowed, quite literally,
Yeah.
by the flowers on top.
I would say that's actually a better material than cucumber
Or-
to be pickled.
Or carrot. So crunchy. Can you go through a pickling phase so you can teach me how to make something like that?
I await my sourdough and pickling phase.
So do I. Okay, next main is here. It's also being cooked at our table. This time it's the clams you saw in that bowl earlier. So Shanshan's inner food critic is coming out with this one. She was just like, I don't know how this is going to impress me because they've basically just put starch and some batter.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks impressive to me. It's this massive clam. And then they've got this bao yu zhi, which is like abalone sauce on top. And this is the skirt of a scallop.
yes.
Which is, I mean, yeah, nothing I've ever focused on before. It looks nice and tender. Let's see what Shanshan thinks.
Are there room for improvement? I would say so because they use just regular salayo. It's like just a regular cooking oil. So it could have. I would say that could be improved a little bit, but yeah. Other than that, everything else I would say perfect, pretty good.
For me, it was the texture of this that really impressed me. That's the
Yeah, scallop.
wow, what
Yeah.
a texture! I thought for a moment that maybe it was combined with some kind of niangao. So soft. In our next main, we have another flashback to this morning. The same fish that we saw at the market that's really shiny. This one is probably the most whack bang of smell of any of the dishes we've had.
Yeah, it's a ginger garlic. It's cooked with aromatics.
Oh, very nice and tender.
This is the season for this specific fish. April to May is Changyu season.
I love how complex the flavor is. Like, it's not just ginger and garlic. There's a fragrance in there that I can't quite identify. Some herb. We're really coming full circle again because
Like, remember this morning we had that?
we had this and we've got the exact same thing. But I do have to say, as tasty as the niangao is, it can't hold a candle to that delicious hour-old niangao we had this morning. This is no longer memory foam. This is niangao,
Yeah.
like I know it.
Yeah.
It's still delicious and I love the hong tong, but this morning, nothing will ever beat that. Our 5 a.m. sunrise feast. I have been so excited for this. Our grand finale is here. Pineapple bun ice cream with ginger ice cream inside. And I'm loving the ginger flavor profile here in Taichung. We didn't explore it as much in this video, but if you're interested to know more about ginger in Taichung, our last video, we very much go into it. Yeah, that's what we've got here. So you know what? Less yapping on.
Yes.
More eating. Oh, the ginger ice cream is a bit spicy. What hit me first was the temperature contrast. That still warm, fresh pineapple bun with that cold ginger ice cream, absolutely phenomenal. I'm a big fan of pineapple buns, which if you are aware or unaware, there's nothing pineapple about a pineapple bun, except it kind of looks a little bit like a pineapple on the outside. But what characterizes a pineapple bun is just this texture on the outside, which is crumbly.
I don't want this day to end.
No.
At all.
But if it had to end, I'm glad it could end with this dessert.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know what? I think it's time I get to bed. Like, I can't believe the things that we have experienced in the course of pretty much bang on 24 hours.
That's true.
So I have to thank you. Thank you for bringing me on this food adventure and introducing Taichung to me. It's been the most incredible few days here. Guys, come to Taichung, that's all I can say. It's a food capital that you've probably never heard of, and it is really underhyped. I feel like more people need to come here and experience this. But this is melting, so I'm gonna say goodbye. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Shanshan's channels. I'm gonna put them on the screen here. And yeah, I will see you next week from where, I'm not sure, but Taizhou, I will be seeing you again soon. Bye-bye from
Adios.
Taizhou.